at your places. I'm Priyanka Vish from Ardent Progressive School, and in today's session we will be continuing with chapter number 3, that is recording of transaction 1, and the topic is journal. In the previous class we have studied how to record the transaction in the books called journal. Journal, which is also known as books of original entry, because the transactions are first of all recorded in journal. So today we will be continuing with some more different transaction. We will be learning how to record those transactions in journal. Now here the question is, enter the following transaction in the journal of Yash Raj and Sons. Transactions are: first, on 7th April, sold goods for cash rupees 13,000. 9th April, sold goods to Mahesh 15,000. Third is on 12th April, received cash from Mahesh rupees 10,000. 18th April, sold goods to Suresh for cash 12,600. Then sold goods to Suresh 7,000. 24th April, withdrew cash from office for personal use 2,500. 29th April, paid wages 450. 30th April, paid salary to Gopal rupees 1,200, and 30th April, received commission rupees 200. So now we have to record this transaction in journal. So coming to the solution part, first we will draw the format of journal. Journal of Yash Raj and Sons. Format is date, then particulars, then ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. So this is the format of journal. Now starting with the first transaction. First transaction took place on the date 7th April. So here we will write the date. Year is 2018 and date is April 7. So first transaction is sold goods for cash. Now here in this transaction, goods have been sold for cash. So two items are affected here. First is sales and second is cash. Now we know, we have learned in the previous class about the purchases account. Purchases is considered as expense. So sales will be considered as income. Now income is a part of nominal account, and rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gain. So here we will be crediting sales account. With that, if goods are sold, cash is received. Cash is a real account, and rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here cash is coming, so we will debit cash account. Goods sold on cash, cash is coming in the business, it's a real account, so debit what comes in, rule will be applied here. 2, sales account. Sales is an income, so it will be credited. Goods have been sold for the amount 13,000. Here the narration for this transaction will be goods sold on cash. Now next transaction is on 9th April. Now here in this transaction, goods have been sold to Mahesh. Now in this transaction, goods sold to Mahesh means goods have been sold to Mahesh on credit, because the term cash is not mentioned in the transaction. So we will assume that these goods are sold to Mahesh on credit. Now here again two accounts are affected. First Mahesh account and second sales account. Now here goods have been sold to Mahesh means Mahesh is receiving the goods. Mahesh is the receiver of goods. We know Mahesh is a personal account, and rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here receiver of goods is Mahesh. We will debit Mahesh account. Mahesh account debit. To again there is a sale. Sale is considered as income. Income are always debited according to nominal account rule. So here we will be crediting sales account. Entry is Mahesh account debit to sales account. Amount is 15,000. And narration for this transaction will be goods sold to Mahesh on credit. Now, third transaction is on 12th of April. Transaction is received cash from Mahesh. Now, in this transaction, again two accounts are affected, cash and Mahesh account. We have received the cash. Cash is a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So, cash is coming in the business. We will debit cash account. And who is the giver of cash? Mahesh. Mahesh is a personal account. Rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here Mahesh is the giver of cash. So we will credit Mahesh account. Amount is rupees 10,000. Narration for this transaction will be cash received from Mahesh. Now next transaction is on 18th of April. 18th April. Transaction is sold goods to Suresh for cash. Now here goods have been sold to Suresh for cash. So here two accounts are affected. First is sales account, second is cash account. By selling goods we are receiving cash. Cash is a real account and rule for real account is debit what comes in. So cash is coming in the business, we will debit cash account. And second account affected was sales account. Sales is considered as an income and rule of nominal account is credit all income and gain. So we will credit sales account. So entry will be cash account debit to sales account. Here the amount is 12,600. 12,600. Narration for this transaction will be sold goods to Suresh for cash. So this will be the narration for the transaction. Now here next transaction is on 19th April. Transaction is sold goods to Suresh. Now in this transaction again two accounts are affected. First sales account, second Suresh account. So here goods have been sold to Suresh. Cash is not mentioned in the transaction. We will assume that these goods are sold to Suresh on credit. So here Suresh is receiving the goods. Suresh is the receiver of goods and we know Suresh is a personal account also. So rule for personal account is debit the receiver. So we will debit Suresh account. And second account which was affected is sales account. Sales is an income. We know incomes are always credited according to the rule of nominal account. So we will credit sales account. So entry for this transaction will be Suresh account debit to sales account. Amount is rupees 7,000. Now narration for this transaction will be goods sold to Suresh on credit. Next transaction is on 24th April. Transaction is withdrew cash from office for personal use. Amount is rupees 2,500. We know when cash is withdrawn from the business fund for the personal use, it is considered as drawings. So drawings is considered as an expense for the business because at that time there is a reduction of cash from the business fund. but these funds will be returned by the owner in future. So here, as we know, the amount of fund has been withdrawn from the business fund. So this is considered as drawing. So by withdrawing the funds from the business fund for the personal use, proprietor is receiving cash, and these funds are deducted from its capital account. So here, drawings account is considered as personal account. Proprietor is the receiver of cash. So according to the rule of personal account, debit the receiver. So here, drawings will be debited because drawings is withdrawn by owner of the firm. And by withdrawing this amount, there is a reduction in the capital account of proprietor. Now, if the owner is withdrawing the cash, that means there is an outflow of cash from the business. Cash as a real account will be credited because the real account rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So there is an outflow of cash, cash will be credited. And the amount is rupees 2500. Here the narration for this transaction will be amount withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use. Now the next transaction is on 29th April. April 29. And the transaction is paid wages. Now wages is an expense and expenses are always paid in cash. So wages is an expense, it is a real account. Real account rule is debit all expenses. So we will debit wages account. And wages has been paid by cash. Cash is a real account. By paying the expense, cash is withdrawn or cash is out from the business. So we will credit cash account according to the rule of real account, credit what goes out. So here expenses are paid for the amount 450. Narration for this transaction will be paid wages. Now next transaction is on 30th April. April 30. And the transaction is paid salary to Gopal. Now salary is also an expense. Expenses are always debited according to the rule of nominal account. So we will debit salary account, and salaries are paid in the form of cash. Cash as a real account will be credited because real account rule is credit what goes out. So by paying salary, there is outflow of cash. That is why we will credit cash account. The entry for salary paid will be salary account debit to cash account. Narration is salary paid. And the amount is rupees 1200. Next transaction is on 30th April. Received commission amounting to rupees 200. Now here commission received is considered as an income. Income as a real account is always credited. So here we have received the commission in the form of cash. That means cash is coming in the business. According to real account rule, which is debit what comes in, we will debit cash account. And commission is received. Commission is an expense, so it will be credited to commission received account. Entry will be cash account debit to commission received. Amount is rupees 200. And narration for this transaction will be received commission. So this is how question based on these transactions are solved. Now here is the second question. Question is, record the following transaction in the journal of Vishal Bose. Now First transaction is on 1st May 2018. Commenced business with cash amounting to rupees 5 lakh. Second is on 2nd May, goods purchased from Mohan for cash rupees 50,000. Then 3rd May, goods purchased from Ajay rupees 1,20,000. 4th May, goods returned to Ajay rupees 5,000. 8th May, goods sold to Rajiv rupees 40,000. And 12th May, Rajiv returned 10% of goods. So we have to record all these transactions in the books called journal. Now coming to the solution part, this is the format of journal and this is a journal of Vishal Rose. Starting with the first transaction. First transaction is on May 1st. Year is 2018. Now transaction is commenced business with cash rupees 5 lakh. So in this transaction, business has been started with cash. That means cash is invested in the business. There is inflow of cash in the business. So cash as a real account will be debited. Why? Because the rule of real account is debit what come in. So here we will be debiting cash account. Now this cash is paid by the proprietor of the business. That means proprietor's capital account is affected. So here we know capital account is a personal account and the rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here the giver of cash is proprietor. So that is why we will credit proprietor's capital account according to the rule of personal account. Now the narration for this transaction will be started business with cash and the amount is rupees 5 lakh. Now coming to the second transaction is goods purchased from Mohan for cash. Now here goods have been purchased. So two accounts are affected. First is purchases account. Second is cash account. Purchases is an expense. So according to the nominal account rule, expenses are debited. So we will debit purchases account. And goods have been purchased for cash. That means cash is paid. There is an outflow of cash from the business. So cash as a real account will be credited. According to the rule of real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So outflow of cash will be credited. Amount is rupees 50,000. And the transaction took place on the date 2nd of May. Narration for this transaction will be goods purchased for cash. Now the third transaction is goods purchased from Ajay. In this transaction, it is not mentioned whether these goods are purchased from Ajay for cash or not. So we will assume that these goods have been purchased from Ajay on credit. So again here two accounts are affected. First is purchases account, second is Ajay account. So if we have purchased goods from Ajay, purchases is considered as an expense. We will debit purchases account. Who is the giver of goods? Giver of goods is Ajay. So Ajay as a personal account will be credited. Rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So we will credit Ajay's account. Entry for this transaction becomes purchases account debit to Ajay account. Narration will be goods purchased from Ajay on credit and the amount is rupees 1,20,000. Date for this transaction is on 3rd May. Now the next transaction is on 4th May. And the transaction is goods returned to Ajay rupees 5,000. Now the goods amounting to rupees 5,000 has been returned to Ajay, which is considered as purchases returned. Out of 1,20,000 goods which was purchased from Ajay, 5,000 goods were returned to Ajay. So if purchases is considered as an expense, purchases return will be treated as income. Why? Because by returning those goods, we will receive our cash back. So here, by giving the cash back to the customer, Ajay account will be debited. So here we will be debiting Ajay account because cash has been returned by Ajay to purchases return. And the narration for this entry will be goods returned to Ajay. Amount is rupees 5,000. Now next transaction is on 8th May. 8th May, the transaction is goods sold to Rajiv. As in the transaction, goods have been sold to Rajiv. It is not mentioned whether these goods are sold on cash. So we will consider that these goods are sold to Rajiv on credit. Amount is rupees 40,000. Now here two accounts are affected. First sales account, second is Rajiv account. So here sales is considered as an expense. So we will credit sales account. And who is the receiver of goods? Rajiv. So according to the personal account rule, debit the receiver. So we will debit Rajiv's account. And sales account will be credited. Amount is 40,000. Entry for this transaction will be Rajiv's account debit to sales account. And narration for this transaction will be sold goods to Rajiv on credit. Now the last transaction is on 12th May. And the transaction is Rajiv returned 10% of goods. So out of 40,000 goods which have been sold to Rajiv, Rajiv has returned 10% of these goods. So if sales is considered as an income, that means sales return will be considered as expense because we are receiving our goods back. So here we will debit sales return account and Rajiv's account will be credited. As Rajiv is returning the goods back, so Rajiv is the giver of the goods. So here that is why according to the personal account rule, which is debit the receiver, credit the giver, we will be crediting Rajiv's account. 10% of 40,000 is rupees 4,000. Now here the narration for this transaction will be goods returned by Rajiv. So this is how the question based on such transactions is solved. In this session, we have solved two questions based on different transactions. In the next session, we will be solving some more questions based on different transactions. That's all for today. Thank you.